So there are people who think that government and opposition never agree. We do agree sometimes, and today we have, for example.
We had agreed with the LOP that he actually present this matter.
Oh, okay.
In the country, use an integrated approach and think. If you want milk coolers, is it anywhere in the Busoga? Almost there, a development authority came in to develop one area. In terms of agriculture, the loans, to get a loan from the bank, I am a farmer, extensive farmer. To get the loan of the UDB, which is 12%, is near a problem.
Speaker, look at the increased fuel prices. How do I say that the president spoke when he don't talk about increased fuel prices?
From the economic perspective, this has got serious economic implications that the Minister of Finance needs to take note of this.
Number two, today as I was revising my reports, Uganda is still ranked among the lower, middle, the least developed countries. For the 2026 rankings, only Togo has graduated.
A member of parliament of Yoweri County, Electrification district, Lango sub-region, and I have come to this parliament under Uganda People's Congress Party. Right Honorable Speaker, on the 4th of June, the President delivered the State of the Nation address. What captured my eyes was key point 1, wealth creation and money economy. 67% of Uganda, the President clearly puts to be under the money economy. Right Honorable Speaker, to the NUP government, I'm saying we celebrate that success. However, Right Honorable Speaker, from the economic perspective, this has got serious economic implications that the Minister of Finance needs to take note of this, that an economy which has graduated into middle income status, number 1, no longer qualifies for concessional loans. That is the reason why the loan that we passed here on irrigation few weeks ago was not concessional loans. Honorable Kefas tried to say it was semi-concessional. No, from economic point of view, it was a commercial loan. Ministry of Finance needs to prepare for this because we are likely not to get more concessional loans. 2, the drugs to support our health sector may have significant reduction in donation by the donors. And as a country, how are we prepared for this? Then to the people of Yoweri and Electrification, the subsistence economy is at not 67%, sorry, not 33% as the government said, but we are at 48%. Right Honorable Speaker, to the whole country it is 1 in 3. We cannot celebrate this when 1 in 3 of Uganda.
Thank you. Yeah, but only I think for the record, because you see, when we say, just take your seat, when we say that the loan, okay, was commercial or near commercial, because we are now considered a lower middle income status country, we have been passing here loans which are concessional and which are non-concessional. Okay, so I think that needs to be well put on record. Number 2, today as I was revising my reports, Uganda is still ranked among the lower middle No. The least developed countries. For the 2026 rankings, only Togo has graduated to lower middle income status. And I had to call planning to say, but you told us ABC. They said, yes, our ranking will be confirmed once we do it consistently for 3 years. So we are not yet in that position where, but we have to prepare. So for the record, we can't say here we passed a loan of UKEF or UKEF loans which we have been passing, Honorable. None is concessional. Okay? Depending on the renders. So I had allowed Honorable Sazi, and then I will allow Honorable Kidia Grace IP, Honorable Kamkama Mori.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Saz Godfrey, representing Gomba East County. Mr. Speaker, it is clear State of Nation Address, it is a presidential, it is a constitutional mandate, but it should not be for formality. Mr. Speaker, it should be an address, a speech to give accountability to Ugandans, a speech to address challenges facing Ugandans in a particular season. Mr. Speaker, I want to point out 2 issues that the President did not address well. The corruption factor. Ever, the President uses the same words to mean the same. At one time he said, I'm going to crush the corrupt ones. The other day he said, Chisanja hakuna mchezo. This time, no sleep. I think, Mr. Speaker, the Ugandans expected President to address on several corruption scandals we have seen how far we have moved. How has the government addressed the corruption in the recent past? Instead of threatening us with words, corruption, I'm going to crash, Chisanja hakuna mchezo, I think I didn't see anything there. 2, the rising cost of living for Ugandans. Mr. Speaker, look at the increased fuel prices. How do I say that the President spoke when he don't talk about increased fuel prices? Yet we are saying we are hitting our first fuel this year. How will that one going to affect or improve people's well-being? Mr. Speaker, to me, I do not see anything in the presidential speech.
Now, Honorable colleague, that's according to him. And you know, for Honorable Sazi, the President is a resident in his district, in Gomba here. Maybe they share the issues in the evening, or where we are not, like Honorable Shaka, okay? So, or he has not been given the tea and coffee like Honorable Shaka, but he's raising, according to him, isn't it, Honorable Sazi, according to you? Yeah. Yes.
Thank
Honorable
you.
Kidia.
Thank you for catching my eye, Mr. Speaker.
I want to appreciate you.
I am now changing.
Yeah.
Thank you for
I've managed to catch your eye.
you catching my eye. Ladies and gentlemen, let us listen a bit. Give me my time. The 3 minutes are now beginning. I am the Honorable Member of Parliament representing Butembe, Jinja District. I'm a new member to the Parliament. Whatever mistakes I make, first agree them. My names are Chiria Grace Wanzala. The President's speech is where I'm going to concentrate, and all my submissions will not move out. I have been impressed per se when you see the write-up, but I'm a practical farmer. At the same time, I do business. The President comes out to clearly explain how Western Uganda, especially his place, has evolved, where he has made sure that targeted programs are made. They trained their people, they supported them with coolers, bulk production started, the factories developed in Western Uganda, in the areas of milk. I want to re-echo this, that heifer cows were brought in Uganda first by Busoga Diocese in Uganda under FLEP program. Second, in 1986, when they had just taken over power, heifer project came in with cows, and the minister then, Victoria Sechitoleko, and my constituency was a beneficiary. Later, Makabu came in. I want to just concentrate in that area. Once heifer left and Makabu as a project, almost all the cows disappeared in Busoga. Why? Ticks. 2, extension systems were not working. And all these things collapsed. Up to now, we don't have extension workers in those villages, in the sub-counties. Minister of Agriculture, you'll confirm to us whether they are there.
Yeah, Honor, we took you a minute. We disturbed you for 1 minute. Let's compass. You're raising an important point, but just come to the conclusion of it.
So what disturbs us now is that if you used an integrated program like that you have used in Western Uganda, where even milk coolers were put in place. I sold milk in my place when my father had that cow. We would move around the whole day. You start boiling it until we lost. You could not maintain the project. To me, what I learned from the president's speech should be replicated in the country. Use an integrated approach and think, if you want milk coolers, is it anywhere in the Busoga? Almost Dairy Development Authority came in to develop one area. I want to be open on this because I've been in government programs. Busoga used to have milk coolers. We used to have a lot of milk. Right now, it is almost coming to zero. Almost all the farms that were there, development farms established by the Obote II government, closed. This is a symbol that if we want to change the country, we need to think in a holistic manner. Let us look for ways of changing this country. The president had a good write-up, a good speech in terms of agriculture. The loans, to get a loan from the bank, I am a farmer, extensive farmer. To get the loan of the UDB, which is 12%, is near a problem. Now, if you go to SCF, the titles you must bring, how many titles, how many people have titles, for example, in Busoga? Titles are an issue of Uganda and so on. Now, in Uganda, Busoga, what we have resorted to is that we have now convinced the banks to start allowing agreements and so on, and the goodwill that you have. So it means that 90% of the farmers are not benefiting.
Thank you. Now, I will request, I've picked a lot of interest in this point because we've been grappling with the issue of an alternative to sugarcane growing in Busoga. Those who, because everyone, rushing sugarcane, but the potential for dairy is huge. Okay? So I will request the minister, I will request the Right Honorable to arrange a meeting with the Minister of Agriculture with MPs from Busoga sub-region so that you can discuss this in detail. Okay? Yes, I can see Honorable Nangori wants to tag on Bugisu, but no, State of the Nation, I would want us to remain focused. You will have your chance. Okay? Yes, you will have your chance. But I wanted to pick on that point for alternative income generation activities for Busoga. So I had allowed Honorable Morika Mukama, then Professor Rubega, then Katabazi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, my name is Nawe More Kamkama. I represent the district of Kazo as a woman member of parliament. I stand to support the motion to thank the President for his State of Nation address. First of all, the President in the State of Nation address pushed a lot, again, on infrastructure. Without infrastructure, you cannot have manufacturing. No one can come and invest in your country. So I really thanked him. I thank him on that because he's focusing on the key issues. Secondly, the issue of diversifying our economy. The President in his State of Nation address told us on how he's going to handle the issue of natural resources, that we are no longer going to export raw materials. We are going to process from Uganda. Adding value on our natural resources gives us another leg of our economy. You know, people have been saying that, you know, Uganda is the least developed country. It is true, but our economy is so diversified that in future we can withstand a lot of shocks. We have agriculture, we have our natural resources, we now have oil, we have manufacturing, which is now overtaking agriculture. That is the whole vision of the President, making us stable even though we are least developed. The other issue is pushing for non-traditional crops, and I am a beneficiary of that. I come from a cattle corridor. We didn't have anything to export. Now, dairy and dairy products are like third in export earning. So that is part of his vision, and he again told us in the State of Nation address on how he's going to support the sector. I want to make 2 points to the ministers present. Kindly, I come from the cattle corridor. I see Karamoja is crying. They don't have food. For us, we don't have water. We kindly beg of you to provide us with water bowsers. The farmers can fuel them even, but at least they should be in the area for us to be able to get water and water our animals. You know, like in my district, we have foot and mouth disease. Because it is there now, it is so dry, the animals are getting out of their farms, and now it is going to spread so hard. So we have a crisis at hand. I beg that you look at that. Secondly, the people who are managing our economy, the President in the State of Nation address told us he wants the economy to run or be in a double-digit economy, not to grow in a single digit. So I would want us as leaders and as parliamentarians to give you support. Apart from oil, which the President elaborated more in his State of Nation address, what are other low-hanging fruits that you are putting forth to make sure the economy is growing, not in a single digit, but a double digit? So you would really update us and appraise us, so we support and we ensure that we fulfill the mandate of the President. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Vega. Then Choncho, then Alanyo, then Opio.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Professor Lubega George Wile, representing Ugandans South in Kakopiro district. May I begin by congratulating you for winning the chair and dear colleagues. In the State of the Nation address, I would like to recommend the fact that life expectancy has risen from 43 to 8 years, and the infant mortality has reduced from 122 to 36 persons per 1,000 live births. I really want to point out the investments and policies that have made this possible and will likely to continue to do so. Right Honourable Speaker, primary health care services. There has been an increasing trend in safe water and sanitation coverage, improved maternal and child health care, expanded immunization, expanded ambulance services, and enhanced educational campaigns against malaria, HIV, Ebola, and other things. And now immunization coverage for children under 1 year has reached 94%, whereas for measles or rubella coverage has reached 93%. Mr. Speaker, indoor residual spraying for malaria has been rolled out to 20 districts. Now, with regular upgrades of healthcare coverage through the centralized tier system of Health Center 1 to 4 and hospitals planned at each village, parish, sub-county, district, region, and national level, such results are expected. Regular upgrades of healthcare centers. Last year only, 17 regional and 25 general hospitals were equipped with neonatal intensive care units, and 14 referral hospitals got CT scan machines. Right Honourable Speaker, establishment of specialized hospitals such as the Lubo.
No, colleagues, we have 3 minutes, so I'm trying to. Professor Kongo, you know, colleagues, a professor remains a professor. His submission is wide research.
I would like to comment the.
Right Honourable Speaker, my name is Shaka Stephen, MP Entebbe Municipality. I must tell you that I am privileged that the President stays in my constituency. We usually have a cup of tea and discuss such matters. So I pity those who stay far from Entebbe. So we commend his speech. However, some of you who have used Uganda Airlines and Emirates, when you are landing in Entebbe, there is that road that follows the airport. It's a snake road, a dirt road. Do you know it? That road is called Boku Road. Entebbe is the image of this nation. Right Honourable Speaker, I want the Minister of Works to ensure that Boku Road is done. Our people in Chigungu are dying of dust. The hospital bills are over the roof. I must inform you that it's a matter of urgency. Entebbe must be beautified. It's the gateway of Uganda. Number 2, we have Buwaya, Nachiwogo Buwaya Bridge. We want to open Entebbe to go to Masaka. Entebbe can, when we open Entebbe, there will be civilization. It will go to Masaka, Mpiji. So we need the bridge to be put there. That way Entebbe will be near. People can be able to see the airport. Some of you from the constituencies that are far from Entebbe, we want this bridge to be done. Right Honourable Speaker, we ask the Minister of Works to prioritize all the roads in Entebbe. Entebbe is a beautiful city. I welcome all members of Parliament to come and invest. That is where the President stays. It is safe. You are most welcome. Thank you. I so submit.
Honourable, can we swap constituencies? You seem to be...
Entebbe is the best. Thank you.
From the Antonde, Woman Member of Parliament, the Antonde. Right Honourable Speaker, Honourable colleagues, I would like to appreciate His Excellency, the President of Uganda, still on his clear focus on electricity or electrification in Uganda, as my honourable colleague has just mentioned. In his speech, he clearly mentioned that there is a progress from that Uganda has moved from 60 megawatts since 1986 to 2098 megawatts up to date. So I think for me, as a Member of Parliament in the Antonde, I want to commend that. And knowing that the Antonde is not only seeking electricity for lights, it's also being a cattle corridor. We are looking at the Antonde having progress in agro-business and moving from subsistence to the money economy. I want to commend the President for that, and also pray that maybe the Right Honorable Speaker, through you, to the Right Honorable Prime Minister, to kindly consider the Antonde. The Antonde has been facing a challenge of vandalizing of electric poles in the last 6 months. And this has come as a result of having our security forces, the police, not having facilitation to support them in their night patrols. So I was asking, is it possible, or who do we seek facilitation from for police to have those night patrols be made to protect all these other government properties, not only the electric poles, but even the other activities that are going on in the district. So I pray that that is also considered for my district. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. I think the Minister responsible will respond. Honorable Aguti Sarah, Honorable Muzaid Kemis. I'm
Thank
taking
you.
opposition for now. Then after, I go back. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
So, look, I can see everyone is running off from bailing the cat.
Right, Honorable Speaker. So there are people who think that government and opposition never agree. We do agree sometimes. And today we have, for example, I'd actually thought that our senior would give the report to the House, but yes, I can. We've combed the laws, both the Constitution, our rules of procedure, the Audit Act as well. What we have zeroed to is the 6 months that are talked about within the Constitution. They will commence count after the House carries the motion. Because, as far as we are concerned right now, those reports collapsed with the 11th Parliament, all of them. But we are saying because it's important business that we have got to attend to,